Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well. It's time for the first favourites of 2018. Drumroll please. It's the worst drumroll I've ever done in my life. It's time for January. I was going to say February because it already is February. It's time for January favourites. If you want to check out some of the bits and bobs that I was loving over January, just keep watching. I'm going to put my hands down now. So my first favourite is kind of boring. It's an electric toothbrush. I asked for an electric toothbrush for Christmas and I got one. Yay! I'm a bit OCD when it comes to brushing my teeth. I had really crooked teeth when I was a kid and I won't say bullied, but I got called names and stuff because two of my teeth stuck out and like kids are mean and they used to call me Dracula. I wasn't entitled to get braces on the social welfare when I was a kid because it was deemed aesthetic. It wasn't kind of hindering me eating or anything like that. So when I was in my mid-20s, my lovely mommy bought me braces basically. I got Invisalign, so it was about 7 years or so now ago. I got Invisalign and it was one of the best things. Like, I'll be forever grateful to my mum for footing the bill. I think they were about £4 so it wasn't cheap, but she kind of knew how hard it was for me growing up with my crooked teeth, and when she was able to give me the money to pay for them, she did. So I'll always be appreciative of her for that. But anyway, I digress. As I said, because I had crooked teeth, I was always very conscious of keeping them clean because they were something I was very conscious about, and I'm still very conscious of keeping them clean. So I've gone back and forth with electric toothbrushes over the years, but I've never really stuck with it because I always felt like giving them a good old scrub was the best thing to be doing. But because I scrub so hard, I'm receding my gum line and that's not a good thing. I got an electric toothbrush, this time with a better head on my shoulders, as in like I know that this will clean my teeth. And I know that I don't have to do the kind of manual labour with it, that I should let the brush do the rotating and do the brushing. So I've been quite enjoying it. As I said, John got it for me for Christmas. I don't particularly recommend this one in particular. This was an Oral-B Braun one that just happened to be on special at the time in Boots. It was half price. I think it was about €45. Yeah, like there's definitely better ones on the market, but they're quite expensive. So I thought I would kind of pick a middle of the road one first to see if I'll actually stick to using it. And I haven't used like a manual toothbrush since I bought it, or since John bought it even. As you can see, I've done a job on the head of it, so I'm still kind of having to pull away when I feel like I'm pressing too hard. But I have a brace on the back of my teeth. That's what you get. Like after getting adult braces, they give you a brace on the back of your teeth, so the bristles kind of get stuck in that as well. So I've definitely splayed this, and I just have to replace it, which I will. But it's definitely helped with my teeth brushing game, and I do feel that my teeth are clean after using it. I probably brush my teeth for a little bit longer using it just to be on the safe side, but like I'll always get like the smooth, you know, when you do that and you can feel that your teeth are nice and clean. Yeah, how much more can I talk about a toothbrush? I've been quite enjoying using an electric toothbrush for the month of January. I literally spoke about a fucking toothbrush for 4 minutes and 38 seconds there. Whew, I need to get out more. Anyway, on to the fun stuff. The rest of it is makeup except for one thing. So I'll talk about the makeup. Oh, sorry, two things, because one of them is a hair thing. So I'll talk about that first. This is a brand that I have never heard of. I got an email from the PR asking me did I want to try some of the products. I said yeah, because a couple of the things intrigued me. There was a thickening spray for thinner hair. Although I have a lot of hair, my hair is quite thin. I just have a lot of it, so it makes it look fuller. So I find that like thickening sprays and like mousses and stuff can weigh my hair down and make them feel a bit yucky. They didn't have any more of them to give out, so she sent me this Power Dry Me. So this is a brand, is it Design Me? I believe that is the brand. They are made in Canada. Yeah, designmehair.com. From showing this on social media, a lot of other people have heard of this brand and were asking me where you could get it, because they only seem to have a US or must be a Canadian website, which is a bit of a pain in the arse because we can't buy it here. So I don't really know why it was sent to me, but I love this stuff. This is a blow dry spray. So you use it as in, I'll read it just so I get it right. So Power Dry, so this is called the Power Dry Me, is an exclusive micro emulsion mist that actually repels excess water. Blow drying your hair just got 50% faster. Mist onto damp hair from roots to end and style in a flash for smooth and conditioned hair. Frizz control and heat protection and UV protection. I don't know if that's the case, but what I have found with it, it definitely does help with your hair drying, and I find that the fact that I can like double up with it being a heat protectant as well kind of means I put less product in my hair, which is good for me because it means it's not weighed down. And I really like the smell of it, and I really like that it's like quite a fine mist. Ooh, I just sprayed that on my toothbrush. That was clever. It's a fine mist. Like I'll brush my hair when it's damp and then spray this more into the ends and then just kind of pull it through with my hands, and I find it does a really good job of heat protectant, and it definitely does help with the drying time, because I've tried to use it like just leaving my hair up in a towel and then taking it down and drying it after spraying this, and I find that it works really well. So yeah, it's very good. I hope more stockists will become available to us in Europe, because I would purchase this again, so I'll keep you posted. So next up is an eyeshadow palette. This is the Huda Beauty Smoky Obsessions. I got a voucher for Christmas for BT and I picked this up. I already have the Mauve Obsessions, which I really like. Although I really like it, I find the glitters are a little bit hard to work with. You have to always use your finger, and I find that this is definitely the same, but the pigmentation is literally blinding. I have it on now, so I use that colour all over the lid, and then that one on the outer corner, so that's a darker brown, that's under the eyes as well, and then these two in the crease. It's just bloody lovely, and although it's called the Smoky Obsessions, which you would kind of just automatically think that it's a cool tone smoky palette, the browns are more warm. So although you have like the silver and the black, which are a little bit cooler, and you have a more taupey shade here. Am I pointing in the right one? Yeah, the taupey shade here. It's definitely leaning towards more brown smoky, which I'm completely okay with. It's a much more flattering look on me. Although like I will rock a black smoky eye at some stage again in my future. It just takes a lot of work, whereas a brown one is a little bit easier, and these blend like a dream. As I said, they're super pigmented. So if you don't, I know it's silly to say if you don't like that, but sometimes like people prefer to kind of layer up colour and blend as they go, and it makes it a softer look. I find that a little goes a long way with these, so I apply them really lightly and blend as I go, and I find I get a good result with them. And these little palettes are only €27 I think, so they're a good way to try the brand without like spending 65 quid on one of the bigger palettes. I need to get the Warms one as well, but that wasn't in stock when I was buying. So there's an electric, is it an electric one? There's a multicoloured one as well. I probably won't splurge on that just because I won't get much use out of it, but I definitely want to get the Warms one as well to kind of finish the trio, and I am loving this. Another thing I bought in that haul from Brown Thomas was the Zoeva Eyeshadow Fix Matte Longwear. It's an eyeshadow, it's a matte eyeshadow primer. I am very picky when it comes to eyeshadow primers. I have really oily lids, so I know pretty much straight off the bat if it's a good one or a bad one. I really like Urban Decay Primer Potion, but it's quite drying on the lid. I love the balm put a lid on it. This actually quite reminds me of that in formula. It's like a gel formula. It does have a colour to it when you first put it on your finger, but it just blends out, and it kind of feels, I don't know whether just, I actually don't know the ingredients of this. It kind of feels silicone-y to the touch, which I quite like because I'm getting older and my eyelids have a few creases in them that I'm not too happy about, so I feel like it glides over everything and it doesn't pull or drag on the eyelids. A little goes a really long way. It's super affordable, makes my eyeshadow last all day, and nothing really gets muddy once I use this underneath and set it with a powder. So Zoeva, you haven't let me down yet. My last makeup fave is a mascara, and again this is quite rare for me because I've been using the same two mascaras for a hell of a long time. I do dabble in other ones, like I really like the Balm Mad Lash and the L'Oreal Paradise, but I'm definitely more a waterproof gal just because I have quite straight lashes and it holds a curl better. The Catrice Glam and Doll is one of my favourite go-tos. I buy this all the time, and then I use the MAC Extended Play on my bottom lashes because it doesn't budge. This Glam and Doll has a plastic brush, which I just assumed that that was better for my lashes, but I stand corrected because this new release from Catrice, it's the same brand by the way, this is the Catrice Lashes to Kill Pro, and this is the waterproof version. They do a non-waterproof version as well, but this has a bristled brush. It's quite thick and big. When I used it first, I was kind of like, oh, I don't know if I can get used to this, but it's a damn good mascara. Holds a curl lovely. It's not too much of a bitch to get off, and I really like the formula. It's not too clumpy. It's just clumpy enough, if that makes sense. I like kind of in between clump and not clump. I like to kind of give a good amount of volume to a lash and give a nice bit of length as well, and this definitely does that. And I would assume that this is less than €6. I got sent it in PR, so I'm not 100% sure of the price, but they're usually about €4 to €6, so I will definitely repurchase this. I will keep both of them. I'll still use the Glam and Doll, but I'll definitely repurchase this when it runs out because I really like it. So my last fave are a fashion fave, and they're a pair of runners, shock horror. These are a pair of old school Vans that are throwing stones all over my floor. Oh yeah, we went to the beach and there's stones all over them. Yeah, I'm just going to put these down now because they're making a mess. I don't need to hold them up, you know what they look like. I will say I find that they're an absolute bitch to break in. Like, it used to take me 5 minutes per shoe to put them on, and that was kind of stopping me from wearing them. But I made a conscious effort in the last couple of weeks to put them on and take the time, and they're definitely loosening out and becoming more comfortable. John got me the velvet ones because he reckons that they will last the longest. Mine have cream laces in them, which I need to change. I need to put white laces in them, but I just find them really cool. I know everyone and their mother are wearing them, but every time I see someone every time I had seen someone in them, I'd be thinking, I want them too. So I was really happy to get some. They're quite comfortable. I find that they're rubbing a little bit on the backs, higher up on my ankles, but that's starting to dissipate. As I said, I was wearing them on the beach at the weekend, just having a wander, and there was no foot casualties, so that's good. They are pricey, but they last a fair amount of time. I think they're about €65, but they're cool. And I'm thinking of them as like my dress up runners. So like when I don't want to wear shoes, but I don't want to wear it like my superstars or like that. They're kind of like an in-between. And it's become more appropriate to wear runners now. Like when I go to events and stuff, people have trainers on all the time. So I like wearing them. So yeah, that's my last favourite. And that's it for my January favourites. As always, please let me know what you were loving over the month. I always like to have a chat. I will leave a link below to the blog post, because I always put a blog post up on beautynook.ie with pictures and links and all that good stuff as well. And I talk more shite there as well. So I'll leave a link below, and make sure you head on over and leave me a comment. Let me know what you were loving. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. As always, thanks for watching, and I shall talk to you in my next video. Bye!